Hey everybody, what's going on? Speedy Diver here, and this is going to be me taking apart and cleaning an original PlayStation 1. Yes, this thing is an original PlayStation 1 that I ended up finding. Yes, I found this, GameStop dumpster diving. Now, I did find it with two controllers and also the AV cables that are literally just, it's a mess. It is such a freaking mess. It's beyond ridiculous. There's like twist ties and I can't even explain how this it just gives me anxiety, I guess, just looking at it, to be honest. And also, there is the power cord. It's just a nest of wires, really. But before I do get into this, the reason why I'm going to be taking it apart and cleaning it is because I don't know if it works. Now, I did find it, like I said, and the reason why I want to take it apart and clean it before I test it out is because it gives it a better fighting chance of actually working. Now, if obviously you guys can tell, it's really dirty, it's got lots of stains all over, and it looks like even in the side here, if you guys can maybe see, I was able to look in here, I don't know if it's this side or this side, this side, there's a lot of dust. So when there's a lot of dust on certain circuit boards and things like that, consoles can overheat and they don't work like they should. So hopefully by cleaning it, it'll give it a fighting chance. So with that being said and all that out of the way, I want to let you guys know really quick that I am currently doing a giveaway. So if you want to enter, just subscribe, like the video, comment, follow me on Instagram and Twitter, and you're entered into the giveaway. You can win either an Xbox One, a PS4, or a Nintendo Switch. And with that being said, let's take this thing apart. Okay, so now all the screws are taken out of the back from at least the ones I could see, and what I'm gonna do, because the way it looks like where the two molds basically come together, the two pieces of plastic, it looks like I should actually take it, hold it like this, and I'm hoping all of the main components are attached to the bottom. I think that's how it would be made. I would assume the top would just be a top. But before I get into it, there is one more thing I wanted to actually show you guys of why I wanted to take this apart as well. The open button, it works, but it gets stuck. That is another reason why I do want to take this apart and actually try to see if I can fix this stuck button. Now you can wiggle it a little bit and it gets unstuck, but I think I really want to fix that. I'm hoping this works, by the way, because if it does, then it'll be all worth it in the end. Here we go, baby. Ooh, there's not a lot in there. Okay, it is really dirty. I don't know if you guys are picking that up. Let's see the bottom here. It looks like it has the number 100. Not too sure why that's there. It's a little interesting. Let's see now. The power or the open button is right there. So this is the opening mechanism. Oh, that was cool. That was super cool. The reason it gets stuck is, I'm not too sure yet, but it looks like we can actually take this apart and actually get in that and try to fix it. So that is actually really cool. I'm going to set this off to the side for now. Let's see what, there's also a little door on the back that must have fallen off. Yeah, right here. There's a little door that actually sits like right there. That's just a piece of plastic that can get clipped in. There's definitely a bunch of dust. It looks like foam. It's like yellow. Okay, now this is definitely the power supply for sure, because that's where the power plug gets plugged in. I'm actually super interested about this, because I've never taken one of these apart before. So this may be a little bit of a longer video, so definitely grab some popcorn. Yeah, there's dust up in here. You can see this is covered in dust. Not a lot, but there's definitely enough to make it maybe not function as it should. A bunch of dust right there. Big hairball right in there. Damn, look at that. It's definitely, it's got enough dust in there for me to clean it out for sure. There's the eyeball right there to read the discs. This little guy spins. Pretty cool. This is definitely interesting. That's where you put the controllers in. This is actually really interesting. I like this. Now, I did read up on this actually, and I read the back of it. It said it was made in 1997. So keep that in mind. I don't know if this has ever been opened before. It may have, it may not have. I have no idea who owned this before I found it. But if this is all the dust that was in here from 1997, that's pretty freaking good. I'm really not even quite sure where to start with this, to be honest. All I know is I'm seeing a lot of Phillips head screws, which is really good because that's the only screwdriver I have at the moment. This thing's really put together very simply, which is very nice and easy if you had to work on it. There we go, taking it apart. Okay, let's look at this real quick. This is the eyeball. This is like the major component of this system. Looks like there's rubber grommets that make it sit in place, which is really cool. And also, so the vibration of the disc spinning super duper fast, it can withstand that because it has the rubber, so it can move a little bit. Okay, there's some dust in there as well. See, look at that, some dust. Already making it run a little better by getting that dust out of there. In all, the eyeball looks really clean, which is nice. I want to make sure I don't touch that because that reads the discs. So I'm going to put that off to the side. This is actually looking really, really good. Okay, the 2 screws are out. I'm going to unplug this real quick. This should just unplug very easily, which it did. And I think that's a really big capacitor, by the way. This should come out. Wow, super easy. Literally 2 screws. This, I've taken apart a lot of consoles. I've taken apart a lot of Xbox 360s, a lot of PS3s. Definitely some other ones that I just can't remember at the moment, but this by far has been the easiest console to take apart as of the moment. Now there's still a circuit board, I can see it underneath this metal shield here, but yeah, there's some dust under here for sure. Looking really clean on the actual circuit board itself, but underneath had some dust. So that will definitely, it increases airflow as well, which is really, really important for older consoles like this because they can overheat. So the next piece I'm going to be taking off is probably going to be, I think this piece actually comes off by itself where the controllers slide in. Let's take this apart. It looks like there's just one ribbon cable, very tiny one attached. I'm going to take it apart from right there. Oh, so easy. And there's one screw here and another one right over here. Let's just undo it. Like, it's just so easy. Like, what? One little tiny ribbon cable and 2 screws. And they're Phillips head, but it just makes it so much easier. All these new Xboxes and PlayStations and stuff, they all have special screws that are so... Like, you have to buy special screwdrivers and things like that, like special torque bits to get these screws out. And it makes it so complicated. PlayStation was doing it right back in the day. They made it so simple that anybody, the average Joe, could just take apart the console and see what was wrong with it and try to fix it. I like this a lot. It makes it so much easier to work on, and it just makes it so much more enjoyable, to be honest. And you can definitely see, that's just discoloration. It's not actually dust. There is some dust on the back here, some little pieces. I'll clean that off. I will be cleaning all this, so don't worry. I will also clean out the memory slots as well. There's the memory slots and where you put the controller in, if anyone's interested. That is so cool. That is beyond cool. I like that. Also has a number as well. So... the last piece is the actual hub. This is the motherboard. This is what controls everything. The power supply is out. The ports, I guess, are out. And now there's only this. Like, look how small these cables are. Like, it's so simplistic. I love it. Okay, I just took all 4 screws out. I'm hoping these are actually attached to this piece. I'm hoping. So let's just see. Oh, it feels like it is a little snug. I'm thinking I missed something. Oh, maybe not. No, maybe it was just because it's been here probably since 1997 and probably never removed. It was just a little stuck. Wow, it is coming apart. Let's check it out, guys. Ooh. Wow, I had no idea it was going to look like that. What? I really want to flip this over to see what it looks like on the other side, but there's so much dust on top that I'm going to have to clean that first. But, let's see. Okay, I just looked underneath. There's nothing. It's just plain metal. I thought maybe there'd be some kind of shield on top of that as well. This is freaking awesome. It just looks so, like... This was 1997. Keep that in mind. This is really, really cool. I mean, there is a little dust, like, right there. And over by the ports, obviously, there's going to be a little dust. But other than that, it's looking freaking nice. Now, there are more screws. There's going to be to take actually the whole thing apart, which I'm not sure if I'm going to do that. I think I'm just going to keep it the way it is, because I don't think any dust would actually make its way underneath the circuit board, because there's really no way for it to get under there, other than maybe like right in that spot right there, but that's about it. So I'm going to keep it the way it is, quickly clean it, and then start putting it back together and fixing that open button. That's going to be something I really, really want to try to do. So before I do clean this, I want to quickly let you guys know the methods that I have of cleaning consoles that I always use is, I have a couple of them. Some of them I don't use, but some of them I do recommend. Now the first one is going to be the broom method. It's the cheapest method because most likely you have a broom laying around your house and you can quickly just gently wipe off all this stuff, especially this part right here. You can just wipe it off really hard, doesn't matter, it's just plastic. But the circuit boards gently wipe it off. The second method is going to be the more expensive method because that's going to be buying a can of air. They do sell actual cans of air that you can spray on these. Those do cost money. They're about $1 or $2, maybe at your local electronics store, the dollar store even, they do sell them. Those I don't buy because I feel like it's just you're buying air, literally. So also you could do step number 3 or a different one, number 3, and that's going to be a leaf blower. Or yeah, most likely a leaf blower. Not so much an air compressor because those are way too high of the airflow. It's just way too fast. So usually a nice leaf blower, just gently blow this out. That'll get all the dust out 100%. I'm going to go clean this off outside. Also with all of the pieces as well, especially this piece because there's a lot of dust on top. And I'll be back in just a jiffy. So I just took everything outside and quickly used the broom method. I gently just broomed everything off very, very quickly with a hand broom. And I have to say, this stuff came out super duper clean. Like, I cleaned the power supply. This thing is literally spotless now. Like, it came out really, really nice. I still can't believe how big that capacitor is. It's really big. For something like this, like, I don't know, I just find it very interesting, to be honest. But either way, I didn't actually end up cleaning. You can still see a couple stains on here and whatnot. I didn't clean this, like the shell or the controllers yet. I usually clean those with like a hand wipe kind of thing, or maybe some Windex kind of stuff with a paper towel. But I haven't quite done that yet. But I just quickly clean the dust from the inside of the console to test it out. So the next steps to actually trying to see if the PlayStation works is going to be putting it back together. And that's going to be it, guys. So let's quickly put this thing back together and see if it works. So I quickly just put everything back together and it's looking pretty freaking nice. There's not an ounce of dust anywhere. It's looking like hopefully it's going to work. I really don't know and I'm super excited for that moment to see if it does. But before that moment does happen, we have to try to fix this open button. So there's a couple theories which I have in mind which might be happening with this. Now, the theory number 1 is that the OD, which is the outer diameter of this open button itself, is interfering. There's a little bit of like resistance between this and the actual ID, which is the inner diameter of the hole that the button is in. That might be a problem. There might be some friction right there. There may be some dust stuck within this. So that could be a problem. Now the second one is going to have to be this. That's my second theory. Maybe that has to be lubed up a little bit. Maybe this needs to, I don't know. Maybe it's just a little dirty. I'm really not too sure. But I'm hoping, so you can kind of see where that button gets moved. You can see it goes up and down like so. That doesn't seem to be the problem. I mean, I could throw a little bit of like, maybe lubrication up in there, but it's just plastic. It should be fine. So I don't think that's the problem. I think that's okay. Let's move this out of the way. Let's check out this button one more time. Now, as I put it away over there, literally the thing just opens up. Because there's no button anymore. It's just gone. I mean, it has that little clicky sound right there, which it's supposed to. Kinda. Yeah, see? That doesn't see... I don't see anything wrong with this. Maybe if I just put it back together, it'll be fine. Okay, so I quickly just threw that mechanism back in there, and we're gonna see what happens. Oh! Oh, no, I think it's stuck again. Oh, wait, maybe not. Oh, see, it got stuck. Yep, definitely got stuck. What is going on? I'm a little confused here. What is actually happening? Okay, So as you guys can just tell, I was clicking that for quite some time. Now what I actually ended up figuring out is I think, also this is a little dusty in here, I didn't actually clean this in the inside, I should do that. But what I figured out is basically, what I ended up doing was I put a little saliva on my finger and I quickly opened this, put a little saliva right there where basically that little piece meets, where that little door closes. And what I figured out is basically that's getting stuck right there. Now, the saliva acts as a little bit of a lubricant just for the time being, just to work it into place. So I may throw a little bit of maybe just a tiny bit of grease in there, just so I'd never have to worry about it ever again. But as of right now, it's not sticking because there is a little bit of saliva there. Now, it may seem a little weird to a lot of you, but trust me, saliva does solve some problems when it comes to figuring out different problems, basically. So as you can see, it solved that one for now. But with that being said, let's throw this back together. I can always put a little bit of grease on that at another time, so I'll do that later. But let's put this together. I'm going to clean this and the controllers, and then we're going to try it out. It looks brand new. It actually looks brand new. There are a couple scratches, as you can tell, but not too many. Look how clean it is. It is a little smudgy still because I haven't dried it off all the way yet, but it still looks super freaking clean. So just cleaned both of the controllers actually like in record time. It took me like either a minute or a minute and a half on each controller, so super quick, and they both look really good. This was the cleaner one out of the two, and it definitely cleaned up like almost brand new. This one on the other hand was the dirtier one out of the two, and it still is a little dirty, has some scuffs, especially on the back here is still a little yellow. But other than that, obviously you can tell this one was used a heck of a lot more than this one was from whoever owned this, but they both cleaned up pretty good. For like the amount of time I spent on each one, that's really good. This one could probably clean up almost brand new, but didn't quite do it. So without further ado, let's test out the PlayStation 1. Let's get it! This is definitely moment of freaking truth, everybody. I have the AV cables hooked up. I have the power cord about to plug it in. I haven't done that yet. Plug it into player one. Now, currently, I do not have a memory card in this, so keep that in mind. But let's try to power it up. Let's try to power it up. I'm going to try to get a nice a zoom on the power. Let's see what happens. Let me turn some light off real quick. There we go. This way we can actually see it. Power 3, 2, 1. We got a green light. We have a green light. But will it play? TV is not even on at the moment. But will it play? Oh, I'm so freaking excited. You guys don't even know. Oh my gosh. A freaking green light. Ah! There is no game inside yet. But hold on. I need to turn the TV on. I haven't done that yet. It works. It works. Let's see if the controller. Okay, controller. Oh my god. It works. It works! Yes! It freaking works! The PlayStation works, everybody! What? It turns on, we gave it a fighting chance, and it freaking works. We have memory card and CD player. There's also main menu, but let's go to memory card. I know there's no memory card inside of it right now, but look guys, it freaking works. Oh my gosh. Let's go to exit. Let's throw a game in here real quick. So as many of you know, I actually just found this game, like, I think the day before I found the actual console. The one disc sadly is broken. As you can see, it has a huge chunk taken out, but disc 2, we're gonna try it out. I know it is a little scratched up and whatnot, but if this thing plays, oh, there's just something that's so satisfying about putting a game on one of these, just like putting it on and click. Oh, it's just so satisfying. Let's see if it boots up and works. I hear it. Do you guys hear it? Oh, it's trying to read it. Oh my god, the freaking PlayStation logo! Oh my god! Yes! Oh, I didn't think it was gonna boot up for a second. Freaking Sony PlayStation. Let's get it. Hey everybody, you can see my body. Oh my god. I'm playing the original PlayStation that I just found. GameStop dumpster diving. This is super insane right now. Like, I'm actually losing it. Resident Evil 2. Holy crap. This is mind-blowing. You can hear it, too. You can actually hear the console. It's actually like... bzzz. That's how they used to sound. So there you guys have it. The original PlayStation that was found in the garbage. It works, and it looks brand new now. Now, I did only try one controller out. I didn't try the other one at the moment, but I still can't believe it. That Resident Evil 2 game, it freaking works. Like, it's still in there, too. Resident Evil 2. This is disc 2, by the way. It freaking works! Now, sadly, obviously, the first one never gonna work because it has a huge chunk taken out. But this was also found GameStop dumpster diving, so it's like a match made in heaven. I still can't believe it. The AV cables work. The power cable. All original, by the way. They all look original. The controllers. The actual PlayStation 2. That's just mind-blowing. So mind-blowing. So if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to smack that like button. Let me know in the comments below what you guys thought of this video. Because literally, this was such a mind-blowing experiment to see if this thing worked. This thing's from 1997. That's 22 years old. 22-year-old console, and it still works today. That's really freaking, that's just amazing. That is super, like, astonishing. So make sure if you guys like the video, you also subscribe so you guys can see daily videos that I publish. Also, I will be leaving the last video over here, which is most likely a fix-it video. I will be leaving a t-shirt kind of link thing over here. I'm actually selling Rubber Band Squad t-shirts, so go check that out if you guys want to help support the channel by buying some merchandise. Also over here, you can subscribe to the Speedy Gamer and the Speedy Diver. Thank you guys for watching. I love making videos like this because they're so different from the videos I usually make, and they're just, it's so fun to see if the stuff I find actually works, and especially doing it on video. Thanks for watching one more time, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side.